Welcome to Watopian Weekly, Season 5, Episode 3. We're on video. Oh, man, we're on video. We're here. We're both healthy-ish. We're here. And,
Enough.
yeah, enough, yeah. Welcome to Watopian Weekly, the podcast for Zwifters, cyclists, and everyone else. Each week, we are here to discuss all things Zwift, life, and beyond. My name is Dustin, and with me is... Fresh off a friendly conversation with a tree that started by locking up his brakes and skidding. The man putting in miles while we have good weather and dropping watts, all the time. The dude at the top of the ladder in my book, Josh. Woo, Josh, how you doing, man?
Good. It's good to be back. It's been a few episodes since I've been on, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever you've got, I had before, and it's like, man. Oh gosh, it's the whatever sickness
illness.
Is going.
Yeah,
it's been going
some type
around
of sickness going around. So
going around the country, I think it's not just us, but yeah, man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back with the living here, and
yeah, I'm alive.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, and thank you for being here. Thank you for everybody listening and watching, which is still kind of funny that people want to watch us, but this is good. Hey, we're doing good. They can see us emote and this kind of weird hand thing that I'm doing right now. You can't see that on
He's
the audio
talking with
podcast.
his hands.
Yeah, doing a lot of this, a lot of that, and I'm just out of shot all the time. I'm actually really talking with my hands, but you just can't see it all the time. But anyway, yeah. Oh man, well, hey, Josh, it's good to see you, dude. I mean, yeah, you're right. It's been a while, and we do have to talk about these outside rides, man. Oh, I have one more thing I got to add to our list because I impressed myself even. Well, I'll talk about it in a little bit. But Josh, I mean, it's been a while. What have you been up to, man?
Well, last week kind of was just mainly recovering from being sick. I was off the bike for about a week. Just had some type of something that was a head cold and just really not conducive to riding, unfortunately, which was kind of annoying because I view like cycling as a good part of physical, mental well-being and everything.
Absolutely.
It's like, oh man, I'm just itching to get back on. So I think the highlight, of course, is I recently got a Salsa Cutthroat, which is a kind of a monster gravel / bike packing rig known for chewing up the Tour Divide. But I've gotten some work done on it recently to convert the front to a suspension fork and increase size of rotors and things a gravel beast now. So
yeah,
looking forward to using that more. So took it on its first ride yesterday, and yeah, it was very cushy. Felt really nice. I'm like, man, this compared to my normal gravel quote unquote race bike, this thing feels very nice to ride. Little small minor like weight penalty and everything, obviously go a little bit slower, but my arms don't feel like they're gonna fall off at the end of the ride, which is nice.
Well, yeah, I mean, and you also need to tune in your PSI and everything too. But from what little I know about riding gravel in Michigan, it's like there's gravel, there's sand, there's lots of sand. I don't know why there's so much sand, but yeah, there's so that's got to be great when you get all that hit that way.
Yeah, it's a good mixed terrain. Nothing like super technical because I have as you alluded to have fallen off the bike a couple times in recent weeks, so I wanted to do a little bit easier terrain, still off-roading nonetheless, but yeah, it did really well on that, so looking forward to getting out again.
I'm excited for you because this is the gateway bike to a new mountain bike, and then we can next time I go out to Michigan, you, me, and Randy can go mountain biking, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, you and Randy both have just you've become lobbyists to try and get me to buy a mountain bike, but I'm
Well,
like
you're
totally
basically there,
refusing
man.
it. Yeah, yeah. I'm basically riding a drop bar mountain bike
Yeah.
now.
That is such a cool bike. Ever since you got one, I've been like looking at them, and you sent me a link for a used one this morning, and it's like
Yeah,
that one is
yeah,
just a little bit out of the price range, but
yeah, yeah.
um,
I'm not
yeah,
dropping like $5,000 on a bike as
yeah,
much as I love this hobby.
yeah. But the cut that colorway is the one you're gonna have to put a picture of your bike finished in the chat there because it looks awesome, and the bar tape is super cool. Really sets it off.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think
I
or ties it
have
together.
a I have a dropper lever on my drop bars, and
Hmm.
gotta say, I'm not great at taping bars as it is, and trying to tape around that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, not
And
easy. Not
and
easy.
how is it on the right? You'd almost would it work on the left easier or how'd it
I
work
I
on
mean,
the
I did it. I hit it a few times yesterday, and it was
yeah.
pretty. I mean, it was pretty convenient because it like dual. I can hit it both in the drops or on the hoods by
Okay.
lifting up
That's
or
good.
down. So, yeah, positioning was pretty good. But as Randy alluded to, stray stick or branch, might get caught in there, and
Yeah.
and uh, we'll see about that. So. I think
Yeah.
I've used up all of my crashes for
Yeah.
this year, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
immune now.
Yeah. Yeah, and then yeah, you'll get that too. And then once you can I am not a suspension guy like I mean my mountain bike forever was I mean I did have front suspension on there, but I'm also a retro grouch a little bit. So I just had steel, man, steel fork or any kind of
It's
rigid
real.
fork. So yeah, it totally is real. And it's a different ride and a different way of riding. Then when I turned 45 or no, when I turned 40, I bought myself a rigid fork or a suspension fork because I was like, I can't take it anymore. Because I'd be riding for like 2 hours and my hands would just be
Yeah,
like
yeah. Your hands
hurting so
are.
bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, finally got a front suspension fork, and then now at 45, I ended up with or well, I'm 46 now, but at 45, when I was 45, which was just a few months ago, I bought a full suspension mountain bike. So and man, that thing is amazing.
Game changer.
Totally, and it's yeah. I bought a used 2023 Trek Top Fuel, and man, that thing is so fast. I rode it this week. I haven't ridden it for a long time. I rode it this week, and it was going uphill faster than I could. It felt like it wanted to go faster. I'm like, I'm trying, and it was just disappointed.
I'm
And
putting down 205 watt sprint.
yeah,
Come on.
205 watts. What more do you want from me? 206. Yeah, it was definitely oh man, I love riding that bike. I need to ride it more, man. It's because that is just so much fun. But yeah, so then so riding with your new gravel bike, man, you got to come out here because next year we're gonna have gravel nationals.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well, it is a bike packing
yeah, oh,
bike,
there you
so
go.
maybe a nice little trek down
Yeah,
there or over
and
there.
yeah, well, from your house, you could really cut off a lot of distance by taking the ferry.
Yeah, yeah, that
Yeah.
is true. That is true.
So bike to the ferry,
cheat a
and then
cheat a little, take the ferry,
well, it's a
leave
good
leave
idea.
Strava and get a KOM through the lake.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
is
yeah,
that
yeah.
a KOM segment?
Or you could ride on the ferry while you're waiting. Just yeah. Oh man, that's awesome. There were when I took the ferry from this summer, there were several bikelists. Oh my gosh, it's too early for me. There were several cyclists on there that were doing just that. So they're having a good time, man. Oh my gosh. But yeah, well, Gravel Nationals came and went. We'll talk about that a little bit more. And I know for me for this week, I'm still coming down from that. And then for me, ZRL is back, but I didn't race this week. We'll talk a little bit more about that too. And then I finally got to get back in ladder. That was really fun this week. But fast cat training, man. I've been doing. My week I've been slammed with just work, and haven't had a chance to really ride inside or outside. And so
Oh,
I've
is
been.
Fast Cat yelling at
Yep.
you?
Yeah, a little, but I did go out. Yesterday was supposed to be a solo 2 hour sweet spot ride, and I did one of the workouts outside, which is really funny because I've switched to a because before I was doing a hilly gravel plan, so it was all stuff designed for that, for long sustained climbs and everything. And then and now I'm doing a Zwift racing plan, so it's just about Zwift racing, and then that's funny because I did a workout outside for Zwift racing plan, but which was really fun and really hard, and I hit 700 watts by accident, so that
Yeah,
was
what is this? Sweet
yeah,
spot and you
I know,
hit
I know.
700 watts?
Well, so it's like you're supposed to be around. For me, it's I can't remember the exact percentage, but it's I'm supposed to be at about 212 watts is my sweet spot, and then at the end of it, you're supposed to surge for 5 seconds as hard as you can, and I hit over 700
Okay.
watts. I
Okay.
can't believe it. I was like, whoa,
Was
and
this
then
on your full suspension?
no, this is no. That would be whoosh whoosh whoosh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
no,
kind of hard to put down the power with the front suspension.
yeah. That would be hard, but you gotta be really balanced. No, this was on my road bike. I went out for a road ride, but that's another thing, man. I had a flat. I rode on Sunday. So after the gravel nationals, I went out for a ride just outside and on that Sunday. I went for a ride and riding around, and then I'm 2 miles from my house, and I hear,
Oh no,
and
the
oh
dreaded
come
sound.
on. I know, sealant everywhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm 2 miles from the house. I'm like, come on, sealant, and like it barely sealed, and so I was just like, I don't know, I just kind of put all my weight on the front of the bike and just barely got home. So
Yeah, riding
yeah,
on the rim,
yeah,
basically.
almost, and then it probably had like 10 psi left in it, and then when I finally got home, like the tire was just. I wasn't sure if it was gonna be saved or not, but anyway, I took it to the bike shop, and one of the guys at the bike shop's like, I wouldn't ride it. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah. So yeah, I mean, there were some other like cuts in there that I couldn't really see when I was
Yeah,
looking at it, and so bought a new tire. It still is always confounds me in how expensive bike tires are, but when like a car tire
yeah,
is
very.
is like what 10 times the size, and yeah,
Yeah,
anyway.
it's basically like only slightly more expensive.
Yeah, exactly. I could get a really nice or a decent car tire for that, but that's
Yeah.
okay. It wouldn't fit my bike. Yeah, so excuse me. So, but other than that, man, it's been. I'm going to be attempting some. We were talking about some bike maintenance earlier, and I'm going to attempt to re-grease my own free hub, and that's not a euphemism for anything. But I did buy some special lube that comes in a tube. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna give that a try, see what happens. I'll have to post some pictures before, after, and then I'll post an audio
Yeah,
transcription as I
let me
call to the bike
know.
shop.
Let me
Yeah,
know how many expletives you
yeah,
hurl while doing that, because
yeah,
it yeah, it seems like one of those things where it you watch someone else do it and you're like, oh, that's easy. And then you try and do
yeah,
it, and it goes
yeah.
terribly wrong.
There's gonna be springs everywhere, and well, it seems like every time that I do something that's way out of my range, I end up, and it sometimes I can do it, but it takes a long time for me because I'm going so slow because I don't want to break anything, because
Hey, props to you for having the patience, because
yeah.
that ain't me.
Oh man, it's gonna be something. I'm excited for it though. I just hope I can do it, and that it should be fairly self-explanatory. But it's just I've got some pawls that are sticking, and I'm gonna take it off. And it was explained to me very slowly and very detailed oriented to me, so that I can do this. So, and there's probably a YouTube video I can look up probably, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'll look it up. But anyway, but yeah, man. Well, we should move on to some of our main talking points, because and number one right there is Josh's new bike, and I know we talked about this, but when someone had posted okay, so when gravel bikes were coming out, I mean, everyone's like, this is gravel bikes. I know we're a Zwift based podcast, but this is on the everything else and beyond the park. But like when gravel bikes were coming out, everybody was saying, like, aren't these just mountain bikes from the '90s? And this is really funny because, like, yeah, pretty much they are, just with drop bars. And then and then now it seems like more the trend is that more and more gravel bike people are using mountain bike tires, which I'm definitely guilty of, and it works great. And then now there's mountain bikers are using gravel tires because they're rolling faster, which is also interesting. That's a topic for another conversation because that's more like XCO type thing. And then but now we're seeing a lot of suspension on mountain bikes. And one of Josh's new favorite bikes, his next bike, is the Trek Checkout. Man,
that
yeah.
is a little out of my price range,
Oh,
as in
I like
a
the
lot.
colorway. The colorway looks really
Yeah,
nice though.
yeah. This is a super cool bike that has both front and rear suspension, drop
Yeah,
bars. Looks like a do everything bike. Looks super cool. But yeah, it's very pricey.
right.
Um, but I do like the kind of trend of uh, everything exists in a spectrum with
Yeah,
gravel, mountain bike, etc.
yeah.
And there's options because mountain bikes, you have downhill, you have XC,
Oh my
you have
gosh. Yeah.
trail, you have
Yep.
basically whatever suits your fancy. And gravel, you've kind of just had slightly different geometries for like
Hmm.
race and endurance or whatever. And now you're getting various options like the Trek checkout that just came out with
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
front and rear suspension. So it's kind of nice to see more options. I when the purists say like, isn't this just like a mountain bike with drop bars? Like, yeah,
Yep.
probably, but it is
Yeah.
nice to see more things exist on a wide spectrum, giving you more options and that kind of thing. So I like the
Yeah.
industry trend here.
Yeah, and it's also they kind of needed something to start taking our money. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
there's
Separate
definitely
separate Dustin from his bank account.
well, but there's definitely like but there's a need for that too. Like I was talking to somebody the other day about what the allure of mountain biking is. Again, or not mountain biking, gravel biking. The allure of that, and it is the adventure part of it. And like around here where I live, in Minnesota, there we have tons of gravel roads, and they're just amazing to explore. You just see, it's like I feel like it's when I first started road biking. I took me to roads I'd never been before, and I was like, that's just amazing to see all these views. And same thing with gravel biking. I feel like it's even more pronounced that there's weird
Yeah,
stuff or
yeah,
stuff, not weird stuff, but amazing views, weird stuff. I saw
yeah.
a pig the other day. Yeah, but man, it's
Yeah, but if
but yeah,
it's like you're not looking to, if you have a local gravel race that is all flat,
yeah,
right? You're probably not using a full suspension gravel bike on
right,
there. If you're not really worried about speed and you're looking to just explore, like, yeah, I would rather use that
yeah,
than maybe a true mountain bike or a race oriented gravel bike. So it's
yeah,
nice
and
to
that
have like more options for different
yeah,
riding styles.
and for different people, instead of having to cobble something together, like adding a dropper post to your
Yeah,
bike, or
yeah,
yeah, like
I've been commiserating that
yeah,
there's no there is no such thing as a front suspension lockout for drop bars today. It does not
yeah,
exist.
you'd have to make something. You're gonna have to make something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
gonna
So
for me I'm going to jerry rig something together,
yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah.
which you can do. Yeah, I have a couple ideas, by the way, which we didn't really talk about, but you could use like a. It depends on the. You and we can talk off air, but I have a couple ideas because you could maybe find something from the '90s at an old lockout. That it depends on how yours locks out, but
Yeah.
anyway, that's beside the point. But on my converted mountain bike that I have converted to drop bars, that thing is so comfortable. Like what you were talking about. When
Yeah,
I
it
when
looks
I go
looks cool too.
yeah, when I go out and do these like really long adventure rides that are what I would call adventure biking, where there's you end up in like weeds up to your
Yeah,
ankles and stuff.
where speed is not paramount.
Yeah, right, and it's like having wide tires helps out a lot, and having suspension helps out a lot. Because you're going on like farm roads or excuse me, or jeep roads or something like that that are really rutted out and everything. Yeah, super cool, super fun,
Backwoods.
and yeah, the backwoods stuff. Next time you come out here, Josh, or when you come out here, we're gonna take the OG Reno trip, and man, it goes down to Reno and it goes through this like it's just absolutely crazy. I'll have to share the route with you, and anybody can go on it too if they want to. But yeah, all right. So speaking of gravel nationals, man, we have to give a shout out to our teammate on Coalition, KJ. She and her teammate M took second and third in the non-binary category, and that was amazing to see that. So that's in the whole country. It's just awesome. And being at the gravel nationals was so cool because they went right past my house. I live next to a highway that they happen to be going past. So I took my trombone out at 7 in the morning, and I played some music for them as they went by, and that was pretty fun.
That's super cool though. Like,
yeah,
I mean, you've raced before. It's always
yep,
nice seeing like just totally wild, out of the box, like unhinged stuff going on. Like whether it's
yeah.
people playing the trombone or whatever else. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, it was super fun. I mean, I was just like, I'm awake. I was gonna go watch the start, but like, I knew we were gonna have a big day because I was going with our teammate Shannon, and we were gonna go to the different feed zones to help these other teammates, and we were so we jumped around a little bit, and I was like, well, I got to eat something, so I was eating something, and then like, don't worry, I brushed my teeth. I know Freddie's listening to this. You ate oatmeal, then played your trombone. No, don't worry, I brushed my teeth. Then I went and played like Go Team Go and like Charge for the guys as they went by, because man, they were so fast. Oh my gosh. The elite men were wicked fast. They did 100 miles because the route was supposed to be 110 miles, but they had to shorten it for some reason. I don't know why. They had to shorten 10 miles out of it. So it was 100 miles. They did it in 4.5 hours. So
yeah, that's
that is just
booking it.
it's just crazy. I
And
mean,
what's the elevation roughly?
it's like 8,000 feet, 8,000,
Yeah,
9,000 feet.
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, it
It
goes
is a
without
lot.
saying, faster than I could do, but
Yeah, definitely. Definitely for me. I mean, sorry, but yeah, definitely for me. And it was just so cool to do that and to have it here in our little town of La Crescent, Minnesota. And if anybody's is coming down to ride those routes, they're still published, and you can just go ride them. The only things you can't get into are the quarry, the private quarry, and then also the private apple orchard that you could ride through. So other than that, though, you can ride all the other parts. So that's going to be cool. So we'll definitely have to. If anybody's coming down and wants to ride someone to ride with them, and you want to listen to me the whole time, you definitely can. I will talk the whole time probably. So, and I'll say "we" every time we go downhill. But
as you should.
as absolutely. But yeah, so that was super fun. That was super fun to watch that, and super fun to help our teammates out that we met on Zwift, and KJ has definitely she's definitely done our de-essing for us and everything, and before, and it was awesome to meet her and and to support. It was so cool. So to help out with that. So yeah. So, and also I do have to say there were some really cool booths and everything. I got to touch the head Lancaster wheels, which I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if they're selling these at all in the
$10 probably.
Yeah, well, I was thinking maybe they'll have a deal, but they're so light, they're so amazing. These are the ones I was looking at, and they're like well over like $2,000 a wheel, so it's I'm not getting those, but I did get to touch them.
Maybe
Yeah.
if you're good, Santa will
Yeah,
bring
yeah,
them for you for
yeah,
Christmas.
right. I know that's what somebody else said. Isn't your birthday coming up? And I said, well, yeah, it's coming up. I had one last year, but I'll probably have another one this year. And they said, well, can't your wife buy you this one? And yeah. She didn't like that idea either, but but anyway, but it was cool, and to see all the cool booths and stuff like that. It's just neat to do that, to go to any race and everything, and anybody who has a race in their town, yeah, go check it out. If you haven't been to a race, even a mountain biker race, it's cool to see. It's different than watching it on TV, because when you watch it on TV, they jump around all the action and stuff, and that's kind of that you feel like that's what it's going to be, but. When you watch the race, you're just kind of there, and then the race goes by, and then, and it's cool. It's cool to see. I think with the Tour de France, it's got to be different, because with the Tour de France, they've got so much. You can watch it on your phone the whole time, and then when they come by, right? But yeah, with this, there's no man. Where we were at for the Gravel Nationals, there's no cell phone reception. Like they have ham radio operators down there. Isn't that
man,
crazy?
that's
Yeah, it's so remote. Yeah, I got to get into that too. But anyway, But yeah, but so ladder racing. Have you been ladder racing at all, Josh?
Yeah, just usually like one a week. We had a so what is it? 2 weeks ago, I did a ladder race like right when I was starting to get sick.
Mm.
Um, and we did some hilly course, which was fun. I think we won pretty handily, which was nice. We have a couple newer folks on the team who are like, yeah, they're the ringers.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're doing really well, and I think led our team to a podium sweep. So that was
Nice.
nice. And then last week we had a rare time where we had like eight or 10 people available. So we did like a hey, let's just divide teams within our team and just race
Yeah.
each other.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that was fun, and we did what was the course we did? Suki's Playground,
Oh yeah.
uh 22-kilometer custom finish, which is basically like a lap plus some 3 kilometers of flat at the end. Why, I don't know, but that's just what we that's what I asked AI to say, like, hey, here's our teams. Pick me a course that is most even, and that's what it said.
Wow,
Suki's
that's pretty
Playground
good.
plus 3 kilometers. So it ended up being like a pretty close race. If you do like points wise for same setup as ladder. So I
Yeah.
think it did a good job of suggesting a even course. So,
Well,
but
and
yeah,
there's just
that was fun. Yeah.
so many power ups on that one too. What'd you do for power ups?
It was just like the Zwift default. So
Okay.
yeah. So no one I didn't tell anyone, but no one accidentally hit the coffee ride because you technically have to
Oh.
set it up as like a group ride
Yeah, 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 yeah.
because it's not like an official race or anything.
Right,
But
right. It was just
yeah,
a.
no one hit the coffee ride, so
Oh man, that would have been hilarious on the sprint. Hit the coffee ride and then just
just coasting.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, but it was a good time. So
Oh, that's cool, man. That's
yeah.
awesome. That's great that you have so many people on the roster too. So,
Yeah, I
you know,
think we got 14 on the roster now, so it's a lot of flexibility in terms of like who's racing when and how many races we get. So we got 3 races on tap this week. So
nice, man.
yeah,
That's
looking
that's
forward to
that's
it.
gonna be good, man. Yeah, you're doing a lot of those, and you guys are above us. I know we were within striking distance, but I think I don't know what happened. I think you guys moved up too far. But good for you, good for you. Yeah, because on Coalition Unuranium. How do you say our name? I don't even know.
Unarium
There you go. That works.
is
All right. So
basically uranium.
yeah.
You're radioactive.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it should be. It'd be so much easier. But we raced. So I didn't race this week. I raced last week on. So we did the TTT on the first round of the TTT for ZRL, and then the following day I did a ladder race, which I don't necessarily advise that, but I was like that's when I was available, so we did it. So I did that, and we were doing. The reason I want to talk about this is because we had the perfect. We were racing an ATP team and ATP team. That's kind of fun to say. But anyway, they were. We were doing we were on the Jurassic Coast, and Jurassic Coast goes up Titans. And I was really kind of worried about that, and I was thinking like, where do we attack? Where do we attack? Well, I was just listening to the captain, and DJ had the perfect time to attack. It was on those lower slopes. He's like, we're just gonna go and we're just gonna ramp it up and everything. And I'm like, I kept thinking, how is this gonna work? How is this gonna work? But it worked flawlessly, man. I mean, we just pushed and pushed and pushed. We got through everything, and we ended up one ATP rider went with us, but then the rest got dropped. And we just pushed all the way to the end, and the ATP rider took first, but we got second, third, fourth, fifth. So we
Yeah.
won. The team won. But and it was really fun. But man, that was those were some definitely. I don't know if I should give it away or not, but it was on the lower slopes of Jurassic right before we even got to the KOM of Titans Grove. There's some rollers there. And so we pushed it there, and that's where it started, man. And that's where we were able to get the separation right on those rollers, and just kept on going all the way through the
Yeah.
KOM. It was awesome.
I like attacking at totally unpredictable spots.
Yeah,
I mean,
completely unpredictable.
because everyone knows like I mean, it doesn't really matter what race format you're in. If there's a KOM segment, people
Yep,
are going to be pushing hard up it. It's not
definitely.
it's not surprising. Like
Right, right.
everyone's
And
pushing up the KOM, but if you say, "Oh, hey, we're gonna just go hard before the KOM,
yeah,
a kilometer or two before the KOM," then people are probably sitting in just assuming, all right,
yep,
I'm
yep.
I'm just mentally preparing to go hard up the KOM, but yeah, you can take people by surprise that way.
Yeah, and it wasn't like we weren't being like mean about it or anything like that, like dropping 1,000 watts or whatever. I mean, like people could have stayed with us if they wanted to, but we kept going. It was definitely something, man. Excuse me. So I'm happy about that. And I got another race coming up this week. I think I'm not sure. I think we're going to Richmond and doing the Royal
Ah,
Pump Room. Oh
I
man,
like Richmond.
or not
Richmond's
Richmond, Yorkshire, Yorkshire. Sorry, Yorkshire.
I was gonna say Richmond's like one of my favorite worlds for uh ladder racing
Yeah,
because
what do you like? The Kaba climbs or the
yeah,
just
so
it all or
if I'm picking a rolling course, I'm either picking Queen's Highway in Yorkshire,
mm,
which is there's not really anything flat there. It's all just rollers the entire time,
oh man.
or anything in Richmond because those hills are all like 1 to 3 minute climbs, and they're pretty quick hitters in
Yeah.
back-to-back succession. So we did a Richmond loop around once with
Mm.
the custom finish, and that pulls in 8 KOMs.
Oh my gosh.
That was a fun one. I don't think
Wow.
I don't think my team appreciated that course, but I I liked it. It was a good one.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, and so yeah, you're because we were going to talk about favorite courses and so you prefer the lap courses too? Is that what you like?
Our team really likes crits,
Yeah.
because we just like flatter courses. So any crit is fun, but I'm not really like partial to lapped or non-lapped courses. But generally speaking, in ladder, like 1 minute power seems to like 1 and 2 minute power just seems to
Yeah.
rule the day a lot of times. So
Yes.
that's why I like Richmond because it's all like 1 to 3 minute hills.
Oh man, now we're gonna get. I know that someone's the next. Oh, I'm gonna get challenged. We're gonna get challenged, and we're gonna end up in Richmond. I can do it. That's fine. I always get dropped on the way back when before we get to Libby Hill. When you're going down like under that building, I always get dropped there because I just run out of power. But that's my weak point. But I can't
uh,
hold it. But there.
if you had 206 watts for
I know
sprints, then
206 watts. Well, I hit 700 by accident here. Maybe my power meter's going bad. Probably just needs a new battery.
probably under reading.
Yeah, yeah.
It
It's
was
just yeah.
really a
Oh, yeah,
thousand.
yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. If I ever hit 1,000, everyone's gonna know about that. I will definitely tell everybody about that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think I hit 1,000 once on my old trainer, the first trainer I had, but it was like the microwave was on at the same time or something.
And
So I
you
don't think
put
it really.
you put bricks on your legs.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. It's one push down. Yeah, but yeah, well, yeah, I'm definitely excited for to get back into ladder racing because I do miss it and it is fun. It is stressful to me, but it's a good stress. I feel like
Yeah,
it
there's
definitely makes
nowhere
sense.
to hide.
No, nowhere to hide.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
ZRL, there's a good segue into ZRL, but
Yes.
ZRL has, huge pens, and if you get dropped, it's not the
Yeah,
end of the
yeah.
world. There's probably other people that you can ride with, so
And that you can get on with, yeah,
yeah.
too. So this last week I did not race ZRL, and I know you didn't either, but but that was a lot of people were talking about that, so I was happy to sit that one out. Oh man, but yeah, so kudos to everyone who did that. There were a lot of people that were complaining about that because it was definitely rough. So going up the mechanical aisle thing several times, but yeah,
Yeah, look like a lot of segments.
yes, and the segments, yeah, definitely. And for this week, this week it's country to coastal for the A's and B's, and turf and surf for the C's and D's like me. So, yeah, why don't we talk about the first off for the A's and B's, country to coastal. I mean, you've got 4 points that you can definitely get something here for the power ups, but it is long. I wondered why we weren't doing all the same routes for WTRL. Is it just length, or what do you
Yeah,
think?
probably just duration, I'm guessing. Like, you don't
Yeah,
want folks like spending an hour and a half on a course. Not
yeah,
that I would take these like an hour and a half, but when you
sure.
start, I think people kind of allocate less than an hour of
Right,
ride
about an
time to
hour.
these.
Yeah,
Yeah. So when you start creeping up more, then I think, you know, you talk about availability issues just because what's been the
right.
status quo for ZRL races in the past. So, yeah, country to coastal, 33.5 kilometers with
Yeah,
the lead in, it looks like. So, yeah, we'll be I'm guessing for A's and B's we'll still take under like well under an hour, but
definitely. Yeah.
probably like 45 to 50 minutes, I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
I I do miss it a little bit when we were all just the same, all the same, because it felt like it was easier. All the but I get it. They've got whatever WTRL needs to do, but they're also bringing back the burrito as one of the power ups, and
Yeah,
but
that the burrito power ups, like, man, that I gotta say, we've done ladder races with burrito where it's just everyone's throwing a burrito like the entire time in it. You might as well just turn draft off because
yeah,
that's what the race is going to be like. So don't just assume, especially with country to coastal, right? You have 4 power up windows.
hmm,
Just assume you're not gonna draft at all the entire
yeah.
time because that's probably how it's gonna shake out.
Yeah, but then, but there's lots of downhill in this too, and so the anvil, it comes into play so much. When I talk about the when I feel about the what I feel about the anvil, which nobody asked, but I'll tell you anyway. Is that I think I like the anvil. I like the anvil way better than the burrito. However, it's always like, when do you use it, and when do you use it? And I always think of when everybody's hitting their anvil, everyone's hitting their anvil, and I apologize for my dog. She wants to be on the podcast really badly. I don't know if you can hear her or not, but she wants to be on it really badly. But when everyone's hitting their anvil, if you can wait 5 more seconds, I think that's what you need to do, because you can tuck in and draft behind everybody when they're using the anvil, and then if you can hit yours, you will whiz past them. At the end on the lower slopes of whatever the climb is. So,
Yeah, be
um,
patient. Be
yes, you
patient
have.
with anvil
Yes,
usage.
yes, because but that's totally hard to do. So it's easier said than done. Because usually it's always, you're at the top of a climb, you're done. And this one has the Shisha Sprint, which the Shisha Sprint is definitely one of the hardest sprints. For me, it's hard because I feel like you have to make that climb, and
Yeah,
then and especially on this one, it's such a big climb,
yeah.
coming out of
At least
nowhere.
it's a scratch race. So,
Yeah. Right,
but
right, right. And then
yeah, turf and surf is a good
also with the
course
Shisha
for
Sprint.
C and
Yes.
Ds as well. I mean,
Yes.
that's a little bit more flat, I suppose, overall. But yeah, the turf and surf climbs are kind of deceptively challenging. It's
Yes.
minimally it's still draftable, but
Hmm.
minimally so. And it's like one of those like very draggy climbs where if you let anyone off for even a second and
Hmm.
fall asleep at the wheel for just a second, you could be dropped. So
Yeah. And we only have the there's and also with the A's and B's, I didn't mention this, but it's at each particular banner there, you get a specific power up. So for this one, we get the draft at the beginning, and then the feather at the Shisha. So when everyone's going to use this, the feather probably at the end. I'm definitely excited for this. I get to race this week, so I'm excited for that. I'm the captain, so I put myself in. But so Epiphany and C3 in the Indigo time slot, we're gonna be hitting it hard. Yeah, so it's definitely gonna be. I'm excited for this just because I prefer a points race, but a scratch race should be fun, I think.
Yeah,
So
on this course too. Like,
yeah.
yeah, it's will be interesting because like the first 10 kilometers of
Hmm.
turf and surf is relatively flat. So
Yeah.
for people who aren't climbers,
Yeah.
it will be interesting to see like how much people push the envelope early. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm not like a good climber, I'm hoping a group of people try and form a breakaway
Yes.
early. Is what
Yeah.
I'm
That
hoping for.
I'm definitely hoping for that, and then I'm going to sag climb as hard as I can, which means just sit in the wheels, sit in the wheels, sit in the wheels, and then just go when I can't. But yeah, the distance though between the shisha sprint and the last climb, which is at a virtual arch. Everybody, don't forget about that. It's at a virtual arch. That is going to be that's just I don't know, man. It's just hard, but it's
All
okay
right.
because
Well,
there's a
let me
yeah. I'll
know.
let you know. Yeah.
Let me know next week because you'll probably say I won the whole thing. So
I don't know. I don't
yeah,
know.
you'll
Well, we'll
come
see.
back
We'll
here.
see.
Yeah,
Yeah. 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 Well, maybe.
you'll come
Hey,
back
it,
here
let's.
bragging away as you should when you either podium or finish first.
Yeah. Oh man, that would be awesome. I would love that. But then I'll probably get pushed up to B
Yeah.
again.
Oh, and
Boo.
I
Yeah.
see. Yeah, you're right. These um, power ups are all kind of slated for a given banner.
Yeah.
So ignore all that burrito thing I just said,
Well, no,
where everyone's
I'm
going
with
to
you
be
100%.
burritoing the whole time. So
I'm
not
100% with you
applicable.
with the burrito though. Yeah, I'm not a burrito fan. It's I don't know, because doesn't it affect the people on the side of you too?
You've
Or
never had Taco Bell?
yeah.
I just
Oh, I definitely have. Yeah. In fact, there was a. Oh man, I have a really bad Taco Bell story I can tell for you later.
I
But
think don't we all?
yeah. No, I had the board of health call me because a friend of mine when we went there, and a friend of mine got so sick. I can't remember what he had. I didn't have the same thing, thankfully. But like the board of health called and like, "Are you sick after eating there?" I'm like, "What? Like, is this a joke?" I'm like, anyway. But yeah. Yeah, he was really bad. Like he got food poisoning somehow. I don't know what he ate, but anyway,
Oh
I didn't
man,
eat that. I had something else. I had nachos. Anyway,
I've never had a bad experience at Taco Bell
uh,
for
yeah,
me.
then you must have some really good Taco Bells out there. So
Yeah.
yeah. Well, so what about upgrading your Zwift bikes? Do you have everything already upgraded?
Oh no, no. I do have the SL8 fully
Yeah,
upgraded. You
same.
know what I find is like, especially for races, right? Like once you have a bike fully upgraded,
Yeah.
I'm not exactly motivated to use or upgrade other bikes in the game because max out bike is going to be better than non-upgraded
Right.
things like 90% of the time anyway. So I find that I'm just using the SL8
All
upgraded
the time.
and not really
Yeah.
making progress on other things because
Mhm.
what is the point of
Yeah.
using another bike in a race that's slower? So
Yeah.
uh
I agree.
yeah. But I do have the SL8 fully upgraded, and I'm trying to hit up Climb Portal every once in a while to upgrade the Athos.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I
And
should do
then
that.
I think what I found is try to warm up,
Yeah.
do my warm ups on TT bikes,
Mhm.
warm up and cool down on TT bikes for the time upgrades.
That's a
So
definitely a good tip there. I've been
yeah,
doing that too. I've been trying to do that with that because somebody told me that the other week, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a brilliant idea. I should definitely
yeah,
be doing
either
that.
that or when I get to the top of the climb portal and turn around, then I just switch to the TT bike and
That's
get
also a
some
good
time
idea.
that way, and
Yeah,
hopefully I'm not really doing any TTs, so I'm not
yeah.
like I don't really care if the bike is upgraded that much. It's more just like, all right, I can say that I've upgraded it. That's
Well,
really all it is.
It'd be cool to get one of the Halo bikes because they look so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
And
yeah. It
but
does look
but
cool.
but again, you don't see anybody using the Halo bikes in
No,
any races though. So
I'm still just disappointed that the Tron is not like the best bike in
yeah,
like 90% of scenarios like it used to be. It's like,
yeah, that was
you work
yeah,
super hard to upgrade or not upgrade, get the Tron,
yeah.
and then it's not the best bike
I
anymore. And
know.
it's sad.
It is sad, but I think you can fully upgrade the Tron too. So I don't know how you do that though. But I mean, I'm sure it's time. But
Very carefully.
yeah, it's electric, man. It's electric.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and then I know we were alluded this already about how most rides on Zwift are about like an hour or so, or maybe 2 hours. It seems like. And I know you've definitely done your 100 laps around the volcano, and I know our good friend Matt Ladd, who we have to talk about Matt real quick. His inspiration for elevation. Matt is doing. He's on track right now to hit 750,000 meters. 750,000 meters by October 1st for this year. So that's just absolutely incredible. And definitely an inspiration for me and for all of us to keep going higher. Yeah, and we got to get him to post some more when he's riding so we can join him.
He's a
But
mad lad.
yeah, he is definitely a mad lad. Oh my gosh, yeah, he's got his T-shirt too that you can get too. But that's so awesome. But yeah, so what do you what are you doing for nutrition when you're racing or riding for over an hour on Zwift? I mean, is it different from outside? What are you doing?
Uh, I try to mimic outside as much as possible.
Mm,
But generally speaking, if I'm just doing a ladder race, which is like 30, 45 minutes, I'm just putting like some scratch or something else in the bottles and calling it
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Um, it probably is not materially helping that much anyway, just with such a short distance. But I mean, I find it at least tastes good.
yeah.
But
Well,
that's kind of what I'm doing. And then for anything over an hour, I'll probably have like a gel or two,
mm.
um, and that generally works for me. So
Yeah, I'm about the same. I need to start getting into gels, but it's I always have a hard time metabolizing or well, just in my gut it just seems like to with the gels. So I need to get better at that. But so I end up eating bars. I feel like some sort of bar or real food or something or stroopwafel or something. But it's
yeah, I did have a Stroopwafel for the first time
what? How
yesterday.
for
Well,
the first
one of
time?
the not I've had Stroopwafels before, but one of
Oh.
the goo Stroopwafels.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. How was that?
yeah,
How was it? I haven't had theirs.
it was worth the $2 a pop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man.
it was fun. I think we saw him uh, at REI or
Okay. Yeah,
in
yeah.
in store, and I was like, my wife was like, "You should get these," and I was like, "Well, you don't have
Yeah.
to tell me twice." And
Yeah, man.
yeah, they're it's interesting eating those like while riding, but
Yeah.
it's a nice change of pace from like gels or what have you. So
Right, right. I like to make my own waffles too and bring them with. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but they're good and they're at body temperature then. So, but
yeah, that's a little questionable. Like
yeah, well, I don't share them. I've offered several people and they never have them.
soggy
Yeah, would you like a
waffles.
waffle?
Yeah.
It's been in my pocket for a while. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's that. And it's funny that you mentioned that. I just bought new Stroop waffles yesterday because I've been out and I got these ones that have maple inside of them instead of caramel. So they've got like maple inside. So I think they're Daleman's brand.
Our Canadian friends would be proud.
Yes, yes, yes. This is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have one probably after this, but yeah. So and I know Josh, you and I rode 100 miles this year, together. That was my first time ever doing that, and I appreciate you checking in on me and making sure I got to the end, especially and Randy and everybody and Gene getting us through there. That was amazing because that was so much fun and yeah, Gene was so nice. Always like just get on my wheel. So I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. So then I've done some distances after that, but I still have not done 100 miles on Zwift. How many times have you done 100 miles on Zwift? Just once? Just that one time?
I think either just once, just to check the box. But uh,
Yeah.
honestly, I gotta say, like 100 miles on Swift, especially with the Pacer bot, is like way easier
Oh, really?
than
Yeah,
outdoor.
yeah,
I mean, it's more of a mental thing than
yeah,
anything else, but physically, it's just way easier. I mean, it goes by faster because I think Zwift just assumes like the most optimal conditions, right? You have the
yeah.
most optimal bike, you have a big group, so optimal drafting and
That's true. Yeah.
like I think my my 100 miles was like less than it was less than 5 hours, which
Wow.
obviously I'm not doing that in real life because I'm not drafting a group of like 40 people in a pacer bot on
Yeah.
strictly flat land with like a $10,000 bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think with assuming the most optimal conditions, uh, it's a lot easier. I found
Yeah.
physically,
Yeah.
mentally, it's a little, you might as well like have your brain turn to mush because it's pretty boring doing like a flat route
Yeah.
for 4.5, 5 hours, but you know,
Well,
it's doable.
I was thinking about doing like one of the big routes, that's like the big Uber pretzel or something like that,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like because then I would tick that off the list and then also, do
That's
that.
that's that's the way to do it.
Yeah, I think I'll have to let people know if they want to join, but I think I'm gonna do that this winter sometime in the
Yeah.
winter.
But
And
Uber Pretzel still isn't 100 miles though.
oh, it isn't.
It's
Oh man, well,
it's about 80. It
okay.
looks like.
Well, I could
Yeah.
do some more after that, I guess. But
With Alp at the end. That's fun. I
yeah,
think
I don't know.
I remember racing that. Like TFC put on like some Christmas ride and raced the Uber Pretzel. Um,
Yeah,
Gotta say, racing something like that, uh, not for the faint of heart.
yeah. That I was
Would
just
be a
thinking though
lot easier for casual
that might be better because then I would be my head would be I wouldn't be focused. I would be focused on the other riders more than I would be
Yeah.
on the pain. So
Yes, yes.
that
That
would
was a fun one. But yeah,
yeah,
capping
definitely.
off 80 miles with Alp to Zwift
Yeah,
uh
yeah.
is uh is something.
Well, yeah, because you get up to Alp to Zwift, then you come down. Yeah, that you'd be almost at 100 then, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, if you turn around and come down, then
yeah,
yeah, you're probably at like what, 80,
yeah, or
75,
something.
80, and
So
then can just ride flats for
yeah,
another
definitely. Well, yeah, and I know I could just jump in on FRR because I know there's some of that stuff going on. And congratulations to everybody going out on FRR and doing all that stuff. That's awesome. It's so cool. Good luck. I hope everybody gets through everything. It's gonna be awesome. So, well, with that, Josh, we did it, man. We made it through the whole episode. Yeah,
that we
yeah,
did. That we
we
did.
did, we did. Thank you to everybody listening this week and every week and watching us on YouTube and on Spotify. Some people have been watching us on Spotify because we're also video on Spotify as well. So there's two different versions of the podcast. It'll go out as audio only, and it goes out as audio and video too. So if you definitely want to watch us, you definitely can. You can always send us an email at watopianweekly@gmail.com. And you can also get on our Discord server. That's the quickest way to talk to us, or talk to us on Zwift too, please. And especially, if you see us in the race pens, and that's going to be, yeah, please talk some
Yeah,
trash or
give us a
something. It'd be
shout.
great. Yeah, please. Yes, yes, definitely. Well, with that, Josh, we'll see everybody later. We'll see you in Watopia.